Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. We're gonna have some fun with this one. I assure you. Let me rephrase. I'm gonna have some fun with this one. I assure me. So, me and Emery were having one of our shouting discussion matches recently, and we landed on digital pay rails because that's more or less where we live as a channel. We've been branching well out from that recently, and we've been having just a ball doing it. Every time I ask Emery to go delving into the DeFi and find me something interesting, he comes back with something incredible. So apparently I need to keep him rooting around like a hog looking for truffles, because last time he came back with Jackal, and the time before that he came back with Buckcoin, which is hands down the most unfortunately named crypto that I've come across yet. And Emery owns some of the naughty adult coins. It's an unfortunate name, but really, really good tech. It is inspired. Buckcoin. Do some diligence. Anyway, today we stuck to the digital pay rails for this conversation because there is a lot we like about each of the four mentioned above, and there are some things we dislike about those mentioned above. So I thought it would be fun to cherry pick all the good parts and assemble a single centralized digital pay rail that encompasses both the DeFi and is exciting for the legacy world, appealing for the legacy world. So the perfect bridge from there to here, because as an investor, I want more of their money here, just like that. More money, more volume, higher prices, more chance for me to sell a bit early and enjoy profits. But I digress. These are in no particular order and are not indicative of my personal preference. First, because I really do consider this about the most important element, I would start with the collateralization principle of AMP. This is all AMP is for. That's it. To secure the debt, pay the merchant, and hold the note until it is settled on the back end. We have been talking about AMP for almost a year now, and no matter how many different ways we discuss it, it never changes its underlying principle to make it better. AMP doesn't change. Flexa can change their direction, their focus. Flexa can completely pivot if they wish, and you know what? I wish they would pivot more to fiat, but AMP won't change. It cannot. Its principle is perfect, and it shouldn't. But a collateral token is only worth so much if it is not collateralizing anything. And one of the elephants in the room for AMP will always be a consumer's willingness to spend their crypto. So I love what AMP does. I just wish it would do it somewhere else. I wish it was doing it in the DeFi instead of Lowe's. How about that? I'll leave it right there. So let's take the collateralization fundamental of AMP and let's roll that into XRP. Even though we pretend they don't exist, they actually do. And they do kind of the same thing that Flexa does, meaning they specialize in value transfer. But XRP maintains, they have a little bit, it's a trust factor. It is effectively traditional banking, meaning value goes in one end and comes out the other end in whatever form the receiver wishes, but there is no guarantee of settlement. And XRP has, in fact, had this issue come up from time to time. Anybody in the payment space will. Now, if XRP was using little AMP as its collateral for these value transfers, there would never be a failure to settle. It can't happen. It's settled immediately with AMP, without bias and without prejudice. The system works as soon as sender A hits the send, receiver A is paid. It's done. What I also like about XRP, and you may mock me, but I do YouTube, so you know what, I'm sort of used to it. What I also like about XRP is the OG status. They have the name, and everyone in the crypto sphere knows XRP or has at least heard of it. And that kind of name recognition carries incredible value. Now, let's take the brand recognition of XRP, the collateralization of AMP, and let's make Alchemy Pay better. ACH, sorta, kinda, has the collateral feature of AMP, meaning the merchant in question has to pre-purchase and carry Alchemy Pay in order to use Alchemy Pay. Think of it as a security deposit. And you know what? That's the way ACH works. They settle themselves. Alchemy Pay does not settle on a centralized exchange like Flexa does. They settled it on their own network. I like that. I love that. They keep it in-house. Now, this in-house settlement allows Alchemy Pay to bridge with all of these networks like they have been doing lately. Polygon, Tron, Neo, more and more. Because they can pick and choose which currencies to work with, including fiat. And that is the brass ring for me, fiat. As it sits right now, ACH and XRP can do it, AMP cannot. Or it can, but it's not being utilized in that manner. So in building the perfect payrail, I would use the method of both ACH and AMP collateral. I would add the fiat element, ACH and Ripple, but I would keep the collateral as an unobjectionable third party, AMP. Now, I'm going to tie in COTI because the one thing that they specialize in, it really appeals to me. They keep their focus on stable coins. I'm all about spending crypto. I think everyone should do it. But I do not see utility tokens being heavily utilized as a payment method, not by the consumers. But stablecoins, yeah, why not spend stablecoins? And one of the biggest takeaways I got from the COTI white paper is exactly that. Merchant-issued stablecoins. I think it's brilliant. I know exactly why they are doing that and what benefit it brings to the merchant and the consumer. Brand recognition, brand loyalty. When you exchange your fiat for merchant-issued stablecoins, let's be real here, it's a digital gift card. You get the anonymity of crypto spends. The merchant himself can bake rewards into the token, and that satisfies consumers and might even incentivize them away from using credit cards. I would take this COTI focus on stablecoins, and I would apply that as the digital currency of choice for the payrail that we are building. So let's summarize just a bit. I don't want this to go 15 minutes, but I'm having a ball. We have our third-party validator that can not be manipulated, AMP. This backs our rail with metaphorical gold. We have all of the aggression of the Alchemy Pay team. We are keeping our rail in-house for settlement so we can decide what we process, including fiat, and that's a ding, 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 including fiat. We have the name recognition of the OG in the payment space, XRP, which is, you know what? It's cleaned up now because what they were getting beaten up for by the SEC, it can't happen on our new and improved payrail. And finally, we have the preferred method of digital payments with the COTI brand, merchant-issued stablecoins, because why not spend a stablecoin? All of the benefits of crypto, none of the tax implication, because its worth does not appreciate or depreciate it. It's a taxable event, but there was zero loss and zero gain. Now, if you build that rail, I think you just won the future of payment processing, and I think the entire legacy world should really, really stand up and, like, they just get to stand up and look, what the hell just happened here? So that's what I got today, folks. It's hard to talk up crypto during a down market, but it is a lot of fun to speculate. I hope you enjoyed my musings, and until next time, please stay safe, and please be smart with your money. That's it. Cheers.